Hello everybody, this is Burgback coming to you with another Starcraft 2 commentary. In this matchup we will be continuing our session of 3 games between the STC here spawning as the Green Terran and his opponent FruitSeller spawning as the Red Zerg. Now we did see in the last game that the STC did win against FruitSeller, of course pushing in with that Marine Marauder medvac ball with some good amount of tanks as well. So pretty much standard what we see on the American servers coming from the STC. Of course, it looks like that might be one of the only real big plays for the Terran player, because if it works, don't fix it, I'm guessing, you know what I mean, guys? So, I mean, it's working all over the world right now, this M&M ball, just kind of pushing and dominating here. And as we saw in the game from FruitSeller on the last game, going with a heavy infester build, trying it out against the STC, just very unique play and using a lot, and I mean a lot, of infested Terrans to try and do his bidding. And it did work out a little bit until the STC kind of figured it out. But wow, that was a lot of infested Terrans. I don't know if we'll see that again here. It'd be really interesting to see it on this map. Of course, Xel'Naga Watchtower, because I'm seeing it right there on the map. I'm saying it. Xel'Naga Caverns. So, you know, we might see it, we may not. I would love to see that play again. I think it was really unique. You don't see that a whole lot on, the American and European servers. So I was stunned when I saw that personally. And we do see that the FruitSeller is going for a fast expand here up in the north. Always indicative of a great Zerg player going for that fast expand. They have to live off a fast expand or else they will not be surviving at all in the beginning of the game. And it looks like STC going for that Xel'Naga Watchtower initially here, just trying to get some vision, seeing if anything's coming down really fast. And we do have that Overlord coming down with that probe. Probe, of course, going to try and kill that Marine with all of his might. Of course, it's not going to work here, as STC does scan that hatchery there, seeing that fast expand, starting to come in here just to have a look at what FruitSeller has to offer. Of course, hiding that spawning pool in the back of the base. And we do have a factory coming down here for the STC, kind of doing fast there, and bringing these Marines down to try and shoot that Overlord out, and does take that Overlord out of the game. So that first Overlord going down, we are supply capped here for FruitSeller, so that's going to slow his game down just a little bit. And of course, if anybody can interpret or translate rather, what's going on in the chat, I would be much appreciative, and I'm sure all the viewers here would appreciate that as well. So it looks like bringing out that first Hellion. Very normal play here between Terran and Zerg. As you've seen many times on many of my casts, we see Hellions coming out. Of course, I wouldn't be surprised to see the upgrade to the Hellion damage as well. And these Marines just kind of pulling back, getting into this base, but oh, it looks like those Zerglings getting into the base a little bit there, not able to bring that supply depot up, and pushing out that Hellion coming out at a good time just to take care of business there. And it looks like putting on the tech lab as well, so we might see some tanks in here. Of course, we might just see that upgrade to the Hellion come out as well from that. And we do have metabolic boost coming out for the Zerg player as we move on here. And this Hellion just kind of getting some scouting around. These guys make great fast scouts. Of course, this Queen going to try and take care of that Hellion, not getting too much damage. Oh, it's coming back for a little bit more as we have one kill, only one kill on here, and getting out with 11 HP as we're moving on here. This guy is a warrior even with his one kill. Oh, all that work for one kill, I tell you what. But it was a little bit of harassment, which was a good thing there. And that one Marine just coming back as well. Looks like that Hellion wants some more. He wants some more blood as these two Zerglings coming down. We are seeing him move out. 6 HP now on that thing. And it does look like he's going to take these Zerglings out. Yeah, it does take them out. Still with 6 HP as more Zerglings coming down to harass from FruitSeller. And it looks like, oh, 1 HP on that Hellion. That Hellion gets out of there. Oh, my goodness. Look at that 1 HP. Oh, that was awesome. Of course, now he's at the 4 kills. He's feeling great right now. That driver, I tell you what, good thing he's smoking a cigar. Oh. And these Zerglings coming into this expand. Oh, they come around and get hit by all these Marines and these Hellions in here. Not looking good there. And we do have the pre-igniter coming down for these Hellions, so their damage is even going to be greater as we move forward here. Again, more Zerglings coming out for FruitSeller. We do see a Spire and a Roach Warren coming down. These Hellions coming up. Look at the blue fire come out of there. The pre-igniter is active and ready to kill some Zerglings. Again, good play here by FruitSeller with that Spire coming down from that Overlord. Of course, now STC is going to see that Spire coming down, is aware that there's probably going to be some mutas coming out in the near future, and does see that Roach Warren as well. Just bringing these Hellions out here, just trying to get as much down with those pre-igniters on those Hellions. And another 2 Hellions up here, trying to rip up here. Look at this, all this damage coming out for the STC. As we look at the units lost tab, we can see a huge advantage here for the STC with these Hellions just doing all that damage. 34 units lost compared to the 5. A huge loss for FruitSeller right now. And again, all these Zerglings just kind of stacked up here, just waiting to do some kind of damage. But again, these Hellions doing really good against the Zerglings. We do have two factories out, 1 Thor on the way with some mutas as well. So it looks like he's just getting ready for those mutas to advance. And Zergling's also coming up, sending a small force into the mineral line, going to try and attack what he can, but these Hellions just coming in and bringing on the toasty Zerg as we go here. And those Zerglings not lasting that long as we approach. A lot more defense here for the STC against these Zerglings. Not many Zerglings able to get past that defense. Again, just bringing down more racks here on the Terran side. And just going after the destructible rocks here. Again, this rainbow of Zerglings just kind of sitting pretty there. And just pulling out now as Hellions start coming up into the north part of the map. Just trying to push them back. These mutas, of course, going to be able to handle that right away on their own. But it looks like these Hellions pulling back really fast. Baneling Nest also in production here for FruitSeller. So we're seeing a nice approach here from FruitSeller, seeing something different come out of him, seeing a very cornucopia-like form here from him. As we have these mutas coming in, trying to take this Thor out. And it looks like he's having some help from those SCVs and pushing those mutas back. Mutas saying, hey, I'm not going to be part of this. And more racks getting put up here, so we're seeing basically the same build up here from the STC as we saw in Game 1, just going heavy ground units, it looks like. And just a little supplement here of Thors and no tanks yet, really. Of course, I don't think we have any tanks out on the field. No, we're just supplanting that with some Thors right now. Just because of these mutas on the field, just gives it a little bit of a difference there. As these Zerglings starting to come down, trying to preoccupy him a little bit. And these three poor Zerglings gonna not die. Oh no, maybe they will. No. They make it out. And it looks like, oh, we have Banelings coming in here. This should be interesting as we see that. STC, of course, pulling out, not really going after those 2 Zerglings. Of course, Zerglings being a little fast. As these Hellions up here just going around and getting killed, but charring a few Zerg as they go down. And it looks like STC going for that gold mineral. As excuse me, as FruitSeller is going for them as well, and these Banelings starting to come in from the south, not being seen at all by STC. And they start going for the mineral line. Oh, this could be devastating, especially if these guys get split up. Roly-polies, boom! Down go a couple SCVs. Not what I was expecting. I was expecting a little bit more, but all the same, gotta love that acid ball just blow up inside those SCVs' faces. And STC now going for that expansion. I'm going to start building it in there. Bringing down a turret just to deter those mutas from coming down. And roly-polies all over the field now, just kind of taking control here. They do have burrows, so this should be interesting. Oh, as those two Hellions go down from a blown up Baneling. This command center almost halfway done. Just not getting this. We look like we have 10 drones ready to saturate this mineral line. And again, infestors. Look at this. We have some infestors coming here. They are scanned. So STC is aware that we do have some infestors on the field again. So, ooh, just like last game, maybe FruitSeller, can you please have some more infested Terran play come in here? I would ever be so grateful to see that again. And yeah, here we do. We do have some Banelings burrowed up here. And it looks like just trying to push this Overlord back. And Banelings over here as well into this tower. It would be interesting to see units come over these Banelings and just pop them up and just blow everything to smithereens. I would enjoy that so much. So it looks like, oh, the scan coming up there. Not seeing these infestors coming down south. Oh, let's see where they go, guys. As they start coming down south, there's no detection down, none at all, except for this back here. And of course, that's not seeing any of this. Oh, this could be devastating. As we start heading into the base. Oh, infested Terrans incoming! Oh, look at this play! Oh, this is ingenious. I love this. We saw it in the last game, but we see it with 3 more infestors here. And just all these infested Terrans taking down this orbital command. Oh, the orbital command goes down. That can be devastating here for STC. That's so much less income now coming in for him as these Marines start coming in and taking care of business on these infested Terrans. Of course, these infestors up here as well, just kind of hiding out. And the scan comes down, so they are being seen. And it looks like, oh, the fungal growth coming down on some of them, and they are being healed through that fungal growth. Oh, and those infestors just going down and taking down those infested Terrans as well. Oh, that is just devastating. And this one lone Marine here doesn't even see these Banelings. Those Banelings could pop at any second, and these Banelings still sitting here. And look at all this being researched. Weapon level 2 for the Terran weapons, and level 3 for the Thors.